morning. Today we're going to play with this little soft ball, and it's going to be a short sequence. It's going to be in English, and it's all about how I like to unwind my spine in the morning or when I simply need it. So take good usage of this ball. The whole idea is to use it as a support system for either more help, more connection, or more awareness, okay? So use it wisely, be in contact, partner with that little piece of equipment, and enjoy the class. So let's join me. So let's start with your legs crossed. So let's start with your legs crossed. If this, for whatever reason, does not suit you, please sit on something higher, a pillow, have your legs like this for less flexion in the knees, or have your legs like that, or have your legs straight out or one bent. Whatever works for you is fine with me, as long as your spine can be as upright as possible, meaning you're touching your base of your head, the thorax, and the pelvis against an imaginary pole or an imaginary wall. So you want the front body to meet the back body. So you're a bit more of a sandwich. And with those two meeting the wall or the pole behind you, there is a natural lift that is going to happen, okay? Have your hands in front of you and just start rolling the shoulders back. If the ball is too close, pull a little further away, just so that you can roll on the whole hand and on your fingertips. Roll your shoulders back until you feel that they can kind of settle and glide into a little bit of a hole, which is our socket. So we're just going to go clunk, and that's where we want it to be. So just bring it in there so that literally the weight of your shoulders can sit and settle on our first ribs, which are right underneath our clavicles. So our rib cage is going to hold up our shoulders. You don't need to hold them with your neck. You can really rest them and think large so that they are floating out, okay? Hands one over the other or one next to the other, as you wish. I prefer that. Again, I bring my shoulders back and I'm going to start with my breathing pattern. I'm going to concentrate on my breath and inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. My teacher Lolita San Miguel always says to me, take a cleansing breath in. So it's a good breath in and a good breath out. One more time, take a cleansing breath in. And exhale, let the lungs wring the air out. From there, we're going to inhale to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, to 10. Let's try. Inhale with our progressive breathing, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the whole goal with your hands on the bowl is that you're using a very small pressure on the bowl, and you will see if I don't use my partner, if I don't use my support system, my body will like to be around here without much effort. If I press into the bowl very gently, it naturally pulls my chest forward and up. So the fact that I'm pressing down will create a reaction inside of my body where I'm going to counter-react to this, okay? Which we call oppositional forces. In Pilates, everything starts with an oppositional force. Lolita calls it an oppositional energy, okay? Before we move. So always make sure you have these oppositions in your body, or we would call it the length or the reach or the axial elongation when we talk about the spine before you are going anywhere movement wise, okay? So as we're pressing in the ball, we're going to open up our thorax and our chest so that our lungs can breathe in 3 dimensions. We have to breathe at the front, at the back, at the sides, from the bottom to the top. Lolita calls it diaphragmatic breathing. The idea is really that your ribs are moving and not that your belly is moving. Don't hold the belly. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that focus your attention on expanding your chest and your lungs so that your lungs can again get more space and more freedom inside our chest. So we will have more vascularization inside our joints, muscles, and tissue. So let's get ready for the progressive breathing, where we're going to try to enhance our breath by creating more space in the lung and creating more capacity breathing. Hands on the bowl. From there, your arms are going to come up. From there, your arms. From there, you're going to hold the ball. You're going to bring it up. You're going to look towards the ball so that your nose is right under the ball. And you're going to stretch the fingers up. And stretch the fingers up. So I don't want to see this. I want to see that you're reaching through the fingers. That you're reaching through the fingers. And that you're reaching through the fingers. And that you're reaching through the waistline, hip to fingers, and you come back. You round your body forward. You exhaling. You have both hands on top of the ball, and you're stretching your body forward. You're going to roll your body back, take the ball with you, grab it, bend, and come back up. Stretch 1, stretch 2, inhale, stretch 3, stretch 4, keep your opposite sit bone in the floor, round your back, round your back, round your back with your head relaxed. I want no wrinkles in your neck. And from there, you're going to stretch your ball forward, forward, still with your eyes on the floor, opening up your hips and rounding yourself back up. So let's do this. So let's do this one more time. Bend and come up, stretch 1, stretch 2, stretch 3, reach out of those elbows, and 4, look forward, round your back, open out those shoulder blades, hands on top of the bowl, and round your body forward with your ears between your arms, opening up that pelvis, getting through those hips. And now belly button back into the spine, coccyx is glued to the floor, and we are stacking, stacking, stacking one vertebra at a time. From there, the right hand will stay on the ball. We open this hand out and we're going to stretch back, looking back, and change. Hand here, the other one back, and we're looking for oppositions. And again, as I am pulling this side, I am slightly reaching out with the other hand. And I have to make that rotation come from the thorax. And again, looking over and rotating. Very good. From there, I want you to stretch your legs in front of you. Have your ball on the side. And guys, watch that you don't sit back. If you cannot sit upright in this position, bend your knees a little bit. I really want to make sure you have toothpicks between the lower ribs and your waistline that are going to pinch you if you are sinking in your rib cage. The lower lung needs to be able to lift you, okay? So keep that corset, that image of a corset or of a brace. You know, these motorbike braces for the guys and girls, those corsets that keep you upright. The hand is on the floor, your feet are no more wider than your shoulders, or a little wider, and then you keep reaching over with your ear, listening to the conversation of your shoulder. You come up, you change the ball at the top, and you go over to the other side, reaching. That shoulder is in its place. It is down and back. And reach with your head, listening to the conversation of your knee. Come up, change the ball, go over and reach over, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Use the ball as you pressing the ball down, and as you're reaching out, you're going to meet those ribs at the top, right where your heart and where your throat are. These are the first 6 ribs. Go up with the hand, change, and exhale. Go over, over, over. Often I see this, you break your energy. Bring that energy out of your fingers, as if your nails could grow. One more time, sit up on your sit bones, reach over, use the ball, pressing, and come back up. One more time, change, and exhale. Let's go and press. Very good. Keep reaching with that arm, keep bringing it over, keep reaching with that neck and the top of your head. Sit bone is down, and you come back. From there, legs together. I will turn around right after, and you're going to have your hands flat and roll your arm on your legs with, again, your head between your arms. You will feel that stretch. If it's early morning, you will feel that your legs are pulling at the back, that maybe your spine is pulling, and probably all the way up your neck and your upper back. Again, exhale, empty those lungs, but still have those little toothpicks in your waistline, and come back up. Let's do one more. I'm going to show it to you from the side. Lift, round your neck, reach forward, exhaling, 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 and come back up, inhaling one more time. From the neck, gaze into the belly, exhaling, emptying the back of the lungs. So the back of the lungs have to bring that dirty air out. From the back to the front, exhaling, 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 and we come back. The next one is a little tricky if you have very tight shoulders. If it doesn't work for you, just put your hands flat on the floor. If you can aim for it, grab the ball with your hands. Again, use the floor, press the ball away, and press out your chest with your gaze slightly up at the ceiling, ideally where the wall meets the ceiling. Relax it all. I'm very happy in this position, so I'm going to have to pull myself out again, and I'm going to have to elongate that spine, lift that waistline from my sit bones, and relax. I'm going to zip my legs a little so that I have more activation in my core. 2 more times. I'm going to press in the bowl, lift the chest up, be nice and proud, and my shoulders, they have to roll back. So I have to really go out and around in my shoulders with my clavicles. One more time. Press and reach up, 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 and I come back. That feeling of heart to the ceiling. Come around, reach forward and exhale. Same place again. Go around and lift up your heart. Inhale, gaze where the wall meets the ceiling. Let's bring the ball on the other side. Exhale, reach forward all the way to the top of your foot and maybe even toes if you're very flexible, but don't pancake. Pull the guts up and come back. Bring the ball around and stretch to come up, up, up. Very good. From there, I like to separate my feet and bring the ball to the inside of my leg and ankle. My hand is behind and I'm going to round forward, looking at my hand, listening to the conversation of my knee, exhaling. And again, I want to press my body in opposite directions, but I am pushing in this hand, which is my left hand, for you probably will be your right, to press your hip down. So the opposite hip to the back arm is pressing into the floor to round, round, round. I come back up, I take it, go to the other side, I look towards the back of my hand, I bring my ear to my knee, and I have no wrinkles in my neck, and my opposite sit bone is in the floor, and I come back. All of this is on an exhale. Prepare, inhale, and exhale. We're going to do 3 stretches. Exhale, press 1, and reach 2, and reach 3, and I come up, change the ball, put it close to my ankle, gaze is back, my ear to my shoulder, and I exhale 1, and I exhale, I press in oppositions, and 3, exhale, and I come back. When I say press in the heel of your hand, I mean this smiling part, okay? So we normally press into our metacarpals, so the cushioning of our hand, which is the same in our feet, or the heel of our hand, or the smile of our hands. And of course, the fingers are also there to give you support, but mainly these are our main bases of contact, which is like thorax and pelvis, and the fingers would be your head. Remember, head, thorax, pelvis, it is the same principle, okay? From there, cross your legs again. We're gonna do a little more rotation. Bring your hands behind your head with your fingers interlaced on the ball. So the head, the ball is with the skull, not with your neck, with your skull, and you interlace those fingers. There again, if this is not possible with your ball, you need to simply do it without the ball, okay? What I want to do, with or without ball, is that you are trying, because see, if I don't do anything, I'm gonna put myself like this. If I don't do anything, can you see that my head is forward? The ball is pushing me forward. I need, with the back of my skull and with the lifting of my chest, I need to respond to this pressure from the ball. And I relax again and I look down, which will really reach my nose to my chin. And again, I have my nose pick up, my eyes and gaze lifting, and I am pressing gently, of course, I'm not pushing, I am pressing and responding to the ball. And I come back. And as I'm doing this, keep going, guys. As I'm lifting, my shoulder has to rotate. My rib cage has to lift and balance backwards. The back of my head, all these back muscles, which are very, very strained with all of you being on your phones, much more than probably usual on your computers. We need to get these muscles again working, okay? Let's do 2 more. Inhale and lift the chest with your elbows reaching up to the ceiling, and release. You might even get to these little muscles in the back of your upper back. It almost, to me, feels like I could crack them, I could pop them, which is not going to happen, but I would love for them to go plop. And the ribs are lifting, they're not perking out, they're lifting with the chest. You know, one of my teachers once taught me to lift my nipples up. And believe me, it works. It is around your 4th and 5th rib. So lift those ribs up, lift those nipples up, and you relax. Very good. So that is a very important one, because our lives right now are probably very much forward and not enough back. So now let's squeeze the ball between our knees and lift ourselves upright. Again, axial elongation. We want to have those toothpicks not picking us. We pull the coccyx back, so the movement is coming from the pants gliding under and from the lower belly rolling inside, not from your upper back collapsing. That's why we have our hands here to support us. Roll from the coccyx and just have enough of a squeeze inside your legs so that the ball stays with you. Your gaze is towards your ball, and as you roll, The gaze will go more towards your belly, elbows in, head forward. Let's try again. Curl the coccyx back, reach back, back, articulate from the bottom up, not from the top down in your spine, from the bottom up. Your sit bones are pulling towards your heels. They're reaching towards your heels. Your pubic bone is flat. You have an elongated C curve with the shoulders back. Open those elbows, which we call arm frame, to return back and wake up those muscles. Let's do this one more time. Reaching back, back, and just aim for this roundness inside your lumbar. Inhaling, don't go much lower than your lumbar spine, and exhaling, return all the way straight with those ears pointing like a German Shepherd with his ears up. Now, I like to use the bowl so that I can press into the bowl and I release. I roll my pelvis. In Lolita's work, we talk about pelvis clock. So we want to tilt the lower back backwards and the coccyx to the pubis to the belly button, which is our 12 o'clock when we are having a bucket of water on us and we are tipping that bucket of water towards your belly and we come back up. Then when we come off the bowl, we're tilting our pelvis forward, which would be our 6 o'clock. We go down towards the butt cheeks and the spine moves forward, which will create a little arch. Go back again into the bowl, and if it moved, put it back in there. And let's do 5 pulses. Reach back, exhale, 1. Activate those lower belly muscles. And 2. Now for someone like me, I had 2 C-sections. It does take quite a bit for me to go and get them. So I really need to think of brushing inside and swallow my viscera up. And again, I want to move that skin, detach my skin from my pubis. I have 1 more. I'm pulling back, 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 back into the bowl, and I return. I put my ball between my knees and I try to aim for that same spot. Again, let me try to find that ball. Yes, let me find it, let me find it, let me find it. And I come back up. Did you find it? Go now a little bit lower into the mid-back area. You're below your shoulder blades. You're above your lower back. Your feet are glued into the floor. And same thing. Now we want the upper abdominals and mid-abdominals pull back. These are the muscles you need to lift your chest off the floor. Again, press back, exhale, and release. Inhale and exhale, press back, and release. One more time, inhale and exhale, press back, and release. One more, inhale and exhale, press back, and pull yourself up. Give me 1 more, and now take the ball again between your knees. Find that spot again. Remember, we want to go back, as if we had a parachute behind us, pulling us back from the coccyx to the heels, from the belly, through the back, from the shoulders down. Find that ball, find that ball, find that ball. Remember what it felt. Squeeze the little ball between your legs. Zipper those legs together if you need more help. Have you got that ball? Are you back? Exhale. Pull yourself back up. Very good. From there, I like to slide my legs, and I am in that 100 position, and I like to pull my sucking cups, my feet. Again, and I reach in front of you, sliding my heels, flexing my feet, and I like to pull my feet, so I have a flexing point in the feet and those arch contractions pulling me. Again, reaching out, exhaling. I still have my zipper in here, and I'm reaching to come back. And this time, I'm gonna come down, 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 and have my upper back on the ball, feet together, zipping those legs, pulling my chest back into the ball. See how I'm reaching? And from there, with my shoulders back, I'm going to start my 100. I'm looking at my feet and I'm inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, stay back there. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pump above your legs, not below. That makes it harder on your neck. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you release. From there, I like to finish with my hands behind your head. If it is painful, please don't push it, don't force it. Only go as far as your thorax will let you go over. And you return. Inhale and exhale. The heels are still zipped together. Your inner legs are still zipped together. And your elbows are widening. Eventually, maybe your elbows will touch the floor. Maybe even the back of your head may touch the floor. And you open, open. This is so delicious. And exhale, come up. We have one more where we're going to play windshield wiper. So you're going to be back on the floor. This is one of my favorites. I keep my belly up, my bum is down, and I am going to the right like a windshield wiper, and I'm going to the left. And I imagine that behind my back, that ball, is like the lock of an old safe. Remember those old safes where we had to turn the lock to find the codes, turning until we find the right number? So I want to turn around my mid-back where that lock is, and I want to unlock my spine. Last one, so we've done 4 on each side, with your elbows gliding on the floor or they stay on the air, and then chin to chest, elbow forward. And I am stretching my head forward, stretching my neck, and pulling my skin over my skull. From there, I bend my knees, or I'm pulling myself up into a roll-up. So we've just done a roll-up, okay? Or we've done a spine articulation, back up. Turn around on your belly with your sternum on the ball. I'm going to be facing you so you can see where the ball is. The ball is not on my throat. It is literally between my chest. And once I have it between my chest, I will create a little pillow for my head to come down. With some people, the head will not touch. And that is okay. All right. From there, the whole idea is that I am going to pull the floor towards me. So I'm pulling it and I am rolling that ball forward. So what it's going to happen as you lift up, it is going to open up this part, stretch the front of your body, and it's going to close. We're going to start giving movement to our sternum, which really doesn't move much in today's society. So head is down. And inhale, pull those elbows and reaching forward into a thoracic extension. The legs are together if that is okay. And you're picking up. Can you see the little house for my mouth under there, or a little place for my ants to crawl under? And I relax. So see if you can focus only on your ball. Can you make that ball roll forward and roll back and roll forward? Pulling those arms back. Lengthening that coccyx to the heels and return. See, if I wouldn't do anything, I'm just relaxing my lower back. My lower back will not like that. I need to pull away. Again, reach up, pulling that mat, pulling that floor, rolling that ball forward and rolling that back. Again, rolling that ball forward, inhaling, opening the clavicles, rolling those shoulders back and release. Hands behind you, same thing. Roll forward with your elbows now pulling back, back, back. There is your swan. And exhale, come forward. One more time. Find your swan and come back. Put the ball in front of you with your hands on the ball and give me an elevation, which means your shoulders will try to touch your ears. And then they slide back, okay? Your head is relaxed on the floor. Reach forward and slide back. Belly button to the spine. Make sure those little ants are crawling under. I would call this pick up your transversus, or pick up your belly. Slide forward and back one more time. This time, as you slide back, Lift your eyes to the bowl. Lift your eyes to the front of the room. Lift your eyes to where the wall meets the ceiling and come back up and down one more time. Inhale, reach up. Slide those shoulder blades back. Pull up that belly and reaching up, up and go down. You have one more. Don't force it. See how far shoulders glide, eyes up, head up, how far your chest can move forward and how much your breath can lift you. And you come down. I like to bring the bowl closer. I want to push myself up and I go down and have the contact with the bowl. I push myself up and I go down one more time. I push myself up and then I stretch back with my bum on my heels and my head on the floor. From this position on your knees, put your hands over one another or next to one another with the hand flat or the fingertips on there. I want you to round your back when you do this. So really bring the pants, the coccyx between your heels. And you're going to stretch forward, looking at that ball, inhaling. And again, exhaling, pull the chest away from your legs. You are never touching your legs with your chest. Eyes to the bowl. Eyes to the front of your room. Spread your butt cheeks. Look like a sexy cat. From there, curl your coccyx under. Look like an angry cat. Lolita San Miguel calls this the angry cat. And again, as we go forward, Lolita calls it the horse, where your chest is lifting up. That feeling of your sternum moving the ball when we're laying on the floor. That upper thoracic extension and coming back up. I like to think of it as a sexy cat. I think I heard that from Blossom Crawford once, who said, oh, sexy cat. I don't quite remember exactly what it looked like, but that image definitely worked for me better. And I want to get into that upper back. If your shoulders hurt, you are pushing too much. You're going too low. You're not doing it enough with your chest. You're doing it too much with your shoulders. One more time, so don't aim so low. If I go a little less, I still get the benefits without having to be down here. That's it. And then I return and I come back up. Normally in a class, we would finish standing because that's how we walk out the class. But as this is more of a feel-good exercise routine and not a class, we'll just finish seated again. You can sit wherever you are most comfortable, but you can also, of course, do it standing if you prefer. I like to then put the ball in front of my chest. Again, find that rolling, 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 and rolling. I like to press the ball to feel how it's lifting me. And relax. And then again, I like to press the ball and feel how my waistline is moving away from those toothpicks. How my shepherd ears are reaching to the ceiling. And how I am still in contact with the back of the wall. Very good. Great. From there, I will inhale and bring my arms up. And see where my body is taking me. Exhale, bring my arms down without collapsing. I keep whatever I have acquired, whatever I have won in space. I don't want to lose it. I want to own that space. Inhaling, coming up again. And exhaling, I am pressing down, down, shoulders wide, arms down, down, down. Remember, our arms and shoulders are resting on our first rib. So on our rib cage. One more time. Or you can think of it as a rib basket. Sounds less savage. And going out, out, out. Having your arms like a silky dress on that basket, which is your rib cage. Inhale again. Exhale through the mouth. Don't count more than to 5. Inhale. 4, 5. Exhale. 4, 5. Inhale. Follow your lungs. Notice your lungs. Notice the space you have now and how maybe things feel a little easier. And exhale. Good. I hope you enjoyed this little sequence and that it can help you unwind. This is definitely a good little tool that I very much appreciate, and it supports my areas in the body that I need most. My chest needs a lot of lift. I am very much like this in everyday life and I feel it. So the ball really helps me get out of there and respond better to what direction I'm giving my body. So play with this. Remember, never push to pain. If there's a little discomfort, don't stay there more than an inhale or an exhale or 1 or 2 seconds. Don't stay and reside in pain or discomfort. Discomfort is a message that something is not quite happy with you when you're doing it. So go smaller, go less harsh, always softer and smaller when there is any discomfort or any pain. And if it still stays with you, then don't do it. Do something else. Go to the next exercise and don't push it. Okay? Preserve yourself, stay healthy, and hope to see you very soon for the next class. Have a wonderful day.